You might ask yourself, what are we doing here? What is happening? And why does that cabin look like a bird's face? Well, I'm here to tell you that shenanigans are afoot. Now, tonight is still going as planned, but I've got some unfinished business here, and a checkpoint that desperately needs re-triggering. So we're going to do that right before we get into our regularly scheduled Dead Space shenanigans. This is kind of unplanned, unscheduled. But I kind of need the recap from my brain. And I have a checkpoint that begins right when the chapter starts, so let's see if we can recap chapter 2 very quickly. Or reasonably so.
Come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex, Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Haha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments, prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him?
Okay.
Keep popping up.
I don't know how I missed that the first night we played the game, but this is exactly why. This is exactly why we're replaying this in this way tonight. This is exactly why.
The page says Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed. Great. This area is supposed to be close to the public. The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues. To solve the case. I've been thinking more about the cult of the tree. What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
My experience,
We're not seeing the full picture yet.
My God. What crack does this engine run on? And can we give it to other developers in the industries?
Hello. Saga Anderson. Are you two supposed to be here?
What a name.
I'm Ilmo Koskela. Thank you. And yes, Stephen here hired me to show him through the work. He's in town on important fixing this impressive piece of hardware.
I work for the FPC, man. I'm authorized to be here.
And I bet you were aware of that murder.
He works for the FBC?
How's it going?
How did you hear about the murder, Elmo? Do you know anything that could help us?
People tend to tell me things. The Koskela brothers are kind of a household name around here. Speaking of, if you're looking for some fun, stop by Watery. Just down the road from Bright Falls, there's our Coffee World amusement park. There's sauna ja vihta. And we offer a variety of guided tours, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever strikes your fancy. You name it, we've probably got it.
Wow. This man's a salesman. What's the satellite dish you're fine-tuning over here?
What is this thing?
It's just a monitoring station, man. The Federal Bureau of Control checks volcanic activity and air toxicity levels. No need to worry, though. It's mostly for research purposes.
That's one gorgeous sweater saga. Looks Nordic. I bet a family member made it.
Stephen, we're investigating a murder that occurred nearby. What can you tell me about your bureau?
Nothing that isn't classified, I'm afraid. But I don't know anything about a murder. Operations here are run by a different department. I'm just here to make some repairs. The wiring on this thing frays every couple months.
Yep, that's the raccoons. They grow real big here with teeth like you wouldn't believe. Can not run through a garbage can.
My mother made this sweater for me. How do you know?
I knew it. My mom used to knit those sweaters for me and my brother. Watery, my hometown, was founded by Finnish immigrants. So between your name and the sweater, I figured your family might be from Finland too.
Wow.
Suomi, Finland. Ulla, Karjalanpiiri.
Close. My mom's family is from Sweden originally.
Hmm.
I don't know much about you beyond that. The sweater is just something to remember her by. That's all for now.
What the hell is this? Further, Steve. Nothing.
How about that?
Just something that shouldn't be here. It cleans my ass.
Let's get to the murder side, Casey.
Not before we snoop around someplace we shouldn't be. Maintenance note. Clear signs of tampering. The signal was rerouted into a transmitter that is not one of ours. I fixed it so that any alerts will come our way, but it's definitely concerning. I'll make a report for the investigations department. I'm doing this here in case I'm not the next person to fix these things. If you're reading this, check for tampering. Be willing to put a more secure metal casing around the whole thing so that raccoons can't get to it anymore. Stephen Lynn, Chief Technician. Chief Technician. What's this?
A lunchbox again. Who's leaving these out here?
We're all in this together, hero. Have a heroic day. Manuscript fragments. I feel like these are the coffee thermoses of this game. You know, my little collectible to just keep me on track and make sure I'm doing the thing.
Something feels really off. Breaker's disappearance. I don't get the feeling Nightingale was responsible.
He was about to give you more of those angels. Something didn't want us to have them? Or was protecting him from Nightingale? Spontaneous combustion? I don't know what. Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve. Our crime scene's drowning. And never mind the rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale.
That feels like such a meta line.
Place in the Cauldron Lake.
I know they don't mean it that way, but ugh.
Maybe something around here will tell us.
After we find Nightingale, what then? I've never arrested a monster.
I've watched you arrest plenty of monsters, Anderson.
You know what I mean. Monsters. Light worked against him at the morgue. That might be the only way to stop him from hurting anyone else. Monsters, overlaps, rituals. What do you make of all of this?
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detectives. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
But with dead men coming alive, the word rituals starts to have more weight behind it. We need to look around, learn what this ritual is. We've seen this symbol before.
Good eye.
Bare feet. Nightingale. I'll see where these footprints lead. Can you comb through the crime scene one more time, KC? Just in case?
Fine. If anything comes up, I'll radio you.
Good on him. I guess I have 2 more things to add to my literal detective vision board. Let's see. Got a dirty footprint here. Okay. Hold on. This is still a bug out to me. I can't believe this is in her brain. Right. Let's set up the case board first. What do we got? Footprints leading into the forest. What would I categorize that under? Consistent with prey movies? No. Ritual writing? No. Anything else to learn about the body? No. How about where did Nightingale go? Yeah, there you go. These footprints weren't here before. Nightingale came this way. I'm on the right trail. Huh. Okay. Let's hear. No, not again. I love it, but I'm not gonna watch that again. It's hilarious, but I'm not gonna watch it again.
Mom may be gone, but whenever I read this, I feel like she's still here.
Wow, this is like the best kind of therapy, isn't it?
Miss you, kiddo. I'll be home soon.
She literally looks like you. That's so cute.
If only the rest of the bureau knew what a softie Casey is.
You know, maybe it's because in a meta sense, I know who this is, but you know, I just can't help but see Sam Lake. I know too much. Oh wow, really? Wow, how about that? That's cute. Time to leave my head. Alright, so... What the hell was that noise? Oh, it's raining. Why is it raining all of a sudden? Can we just stop and say that Remedy has absolutely outdone themselves? Because, wow. Wow, I say. Just, wow. Okay, so Nightingale clearly didn't go up that way. The footprints continue into the blah blah blah. Straight into the blah blah blah.
The tracks lead into the water. Where'd you go from here?
Yeah.
I can feel something. A presence. Nightingale isn't far.
That's some crazy crap. Alright.
I know Nightingale is somewhere around Cordial Lake.
The truth was a threshold. This place and the dark place. In over your head. Next stop, Conqueror Street Station.
The threshold. Like a doorway. Leading to Nightingale. It's somehow connected to a tree. Which is legal?
Nightingale went through the tree. That's gotta be part of the Where Did Nightingale Go file, right? Yeah, clearly.
The truth was a threshold. This place and the dark place. You're in over your head.
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer. I need to know more about the Code of the Tree if I'm going to shut them down.
Oh man, putting this together is going to take a second. Alright, what do we got? What kind of cult? Let's see.
think, Saga. Keep trying. Nah.
Oh man, this is getting interesting because the clues on their own, are pretty compelling. But then when you combine them with the context missing from the pictures, it starts to paint a very. It's so interesting. Like it feels like sizing up a picture almost from low resolution to HD. And it does a great job of putting you in the heart of the investigation as well as watching it play out. What is this clue again? Victim of cult killing became a monster. What is that guy here? This is where we are so far.
The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
Nice. I'm surprised I did not get a trophy for that. Oh, shoutouts to closing cases. Shoutouts to getting cases closed.
was a mess, like a bomb had gone off. Nightingale hunted Saga, didn't see her under the light, pushed past her. The Taken could not see into bright light. The light hurt them, hurt the darkness in them, made them vulnerable. I flick the switch, it goes click. Show me the clicker, lights are off, but somebody's home. Hemingway brought you here, witch. Get out of my house, Nightingale shouted. A wave of terror crashed through Saga's head. The awful truth. Nightingale had no heart in his chest, but here he was, killing the monster. The world had lurched out of balance. You found yourself trapped on the far side of the mirror.
What an interesting description.
What is that? Seems like it's reacting to the light. These aren't the same tracks that were here before. They're headed into the tree, not out of it.
Whoa!
My flashlight burned the dark stuff away. It was covering another page.
The fuse was in place. Saga stepped into the witch's hut. Inside, a bright light. There were objects that stood out to Saga, as if the light had manifested them.
The witch's hut. Okay. I trust the pages to lead me to the overlap.
The fuse.
Let's read it.
She found it among the junk in the forest. Saga stepped inside the witch's hut. Something rushed through her. A presence. Familiar. She couldn't quite place it. Something long forgotten. She tried to hold on to it, but it was already gone. Inside, a bright light. Saga felt safe. Like nothing could hurt her here. There were objects that stood out to Saga as if the light had manifested them, pulled them from the darkness. A shift in reality, heavy with hidden meanings. A coffee thermos, a shoebox, a mop and a bucket, a poster on the wall, and in the cabinet, another manuscript page.
Interesting. Well, if Alan says I'm gonna reach the witch's hut, I kinda have no choice but to believe him. Sad, the crazy part is that he's been right so far. Ooh, she's in combat mode. The dodges are working now. They weren't working a second ago. How do I duck? Oh, we read this yesterday. Yeah, rumor has it that when the affectations of a local sheriff went unanswered, she got salty about it and cursed him, killing him and making his dead remains perform her bidding out of revenge. It's exactly the thing I want to know about a place before I go knee deep in its waters, you know? It's just how I feel. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Well, that can't be the right way, can it? No, no. I am so lost. Oh my god. You think I'd be going for like the proverbial hole in her chest? Oh. Well, okay. So the footprints stopped at the water, but we got this far. Right, we got this far, we got into the ladle. I say we go past this thing. And that'll be our checkpoint, so to speak. And we were just here. That's where I picked up the manuscript page. So, you know. $1,000,000 question, I know. What now?
This is the witch's hut.
Anderson, thought I saw something in the woods. Probably just a deer, but I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. I found another page. Following up on a lead. Keep checking in. Roger. The fuse box is missing.
Uh-oh.
I need to find one to turn on the lights.
Wasn't this just predicted in the manuscript? Hold on.
The fuse was in place. She found it among the junk.
Oh god.
Saga stepped inside.
No, stop.
Something rushed through
Stop.
her presence.
No.
She couldn't quite place it. Something
Shut up.
long forgotten.
Nah, chill.
But it was already gone. Inside, a bright light. Saga felt safe. Like nothing could hurt her here. There were objects that stood out to Saga as if the light had manifested them, pulled them from the darkness. A shift in reality, heavy with hidden meanings. A coffee furnace, a shoebox, a mop and a bucket, a poster on the wall, and in the cabinet, another manuscript page.
That's nutty. I can't even comprehend it. It's almost like looking into my own future. You know? Alan doesn't seem to be wrong here. Friday. Oh, it's a diary. Friday. Midge told me today that her family's moving away. This sucks. I haven't even told her that I like her yet. What's the point anymore? She said her parents want to get better jobs and go to a better school in a big city. I guess that's fair. Who wants to stay in Bright fucking Falls? Oof. Teenage angst. Sunday. So, I told her. She said thanks. Fucking kill me. Oh. Oh, capricious youth. Oh, it sucks. We know it sucks. We're so sorry. You hate to see it. I snuck out last night again. Went to the big house by the lake instead of just watching it from here like I always do. Instead of just sitting around like I always do. I almost thought I reread the same sentence. Screw that. Anyway, something weird is going on down there. I'm going to find out what. Going to go back there tomorrow with wetter gear. I bet I can find a way inside the building and take some photos. It's gonna be epic. Is it, young child?
There's another lunchbox.
At least you got over it, you know? Oh great, not another one. I know things can get a little crazy around here, but if you're ever feeling scared, just remember that Alan is watching over us. What? Alan is what? Who? You know... You got me. Let's continue. I can't believe we went from Max Payne 1 to this. Like, Max Payne 1 has not aged well. At least not graphically. to know that Max Payne 1 and 2's remakes are going to be made using this engine, the Northlight engine, fills my heart with glee because I had no idea this engine had this in it. The only thing I've seen run on the Northlight engine is what?
People should really stop.
I think Control and Max Payne 3 actually runs on Rage. That's a Rockstar game. I think Quantum Break. Yeah, Quantum Break and Control run on Northlight, as far as I know. And Quantum Break looked fantastic. Great technology there. Great technology. I feel like Remedy doesn't get enough credit for pushing forward the boundaries of in-game storytelling. DW Sunshine with the Lurkai. I feel like they don't get enough of that. Alan predicted this. Hold on. I just want to get back to that manuscript page and read it again. Inside a bright light, Saga felt safe, like nothing could hurt her here. There were objects that stood out to Saga as if the light had manifested them, pulled them from darkness to shift in reality. Okay. I'm just digging on that foreshadowing. It's eating me. Hello. Is it really? Is that a thing? How we doing now? Oh.
Another page.
Oh, wow, Alan. I hate you. That is so clever. It was foreshadowing the save room. Hold on. Hold on. You need to take part in this brilliance. Wait. Listen to this manuscript page.
The fuse was in place. She found it among the junk in the forest. Saga stepped inside the witch's hut. Something rushed through her. A presence. Familiar. She couldn't quite place it. Something long forgotten. She tried to hold on to it, but it was already gone. Inside, a bright light. Saga felt safe, like nothing could hurt her here. There were objects that stood out to Saga as if the light had manifested them, pulled them from the darkness. A shift in reality, heavy with hidden meanings. A coffee thermos, a shoebox, a mop and a bucket, a poster on the wall, and in the cabinet, another manuscript page.
I love that. That's so brilliant. It's so brilliant because hold on. We gotta dig on this for a second. I don't have my green screen up because I'm just chilling. Wait, this is great because look. He's describing a bright light, a thermos, a shoebox. I had no idea that he was describing the very first save room you would encounter in the story. That's so meta in its own way. Like, the bright light is familiar to anyone who's played the first Alan Wake because bright lights indicated checkpoints and safe areas from the darkness. The coffee thermos, because that was a collectible from the first game. And the fact that it's familiar yet different. Like, Saga doesn't know inherently why it's so calming and soothing, but the player does. That's nice. That's kind of brilliant. And yeah, in the cabinet, another manuscript page.
The image of the witch in the sign. Saga addressed the witch.
Ooh.
The smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign.
Ooh, that's interesting. How are you? How are you tonight? We're just getting some early horror in before the co-op hour begins, you know? Actually feel a little vindicated. I didn't think I would get here this quickly. So that's nice. This is actually the first time I've actually saved this game, which is wonderful. This game's plot is really something you have to like pay close attention to, which I feel like it's a skill, you know? I feel like it's a skill when you're streaming. There are times when I've played things off stream or seen certain things off stream that just completely change my perception of how something plays out, just because I'm not experiencing it in a group sense. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I hope so. Actually, I think we got some clues for the board. I might be mistaken, but I feel like we got some clues for the board. Did we?
Don't need to go over all this again.
Oh, damn. A bright light, nothing could hurt her here. Yeah, that seems about right. What does that mean? Saga is brave as heck. Holy hell, look at her jacket. Look at her hair. Holy crap. Excuse me. And shout outs to Jenny for checking me on my gain. The libs want to change Alan Wake into Alan Woke. You know, that's probably what's happening on Earth 616B. Like in South Park.
Another one of those.
Enter the Pandaverse. How City Walk changed into City Woke. What does that say? Remember, it's just a bad day, not a bad life. But if you're having a good day, ignore this whole thing. Oh, okay. You got gas station pizza? Why would you do that? Aratus, why would you do that to your stomach? Like, I mean, unless there's a 7-Eleven built into your gas station, in which case I feel like you're scratching the upper echelon of gas station food. But if you're just consuming your local Shell's random gas station pizza,
The page from the
I just want to buy you some Pepto.
kind of ritual.
The chicken. Oh God. Chicken bacon ranch is crazy. I mean, if you made chicken bacon ranch anything, let's be frank, you've already upgraded it from mid to palatable. I mean, you could make chicken bacon ranch fucking... Oh my god. See? See? Look what happens when you trust the gas station pizza. You end up catching a stray jalapeno. Oh no, what does that mean? What does it mean? But is it working is the question. I know, I'm sorry, you know. Uh-oh, Jesus, take the wheel. My teeth.
Christ!
Fucking... Alright, false alarm, it was a deer. What the I'm gonna cult these nuts! Get out of my face!
A cultist. A monster. Like Nightingale.
Bro, that ain't a deer. It looked like deer. But it ain't deer. That was wild. I don't. Oh my gosh. Oh. That was legit. You know what? While I have faith in Kojima to deliver something truly unique and interesting, I gotta let Remedy cook here. Like, if they had put the next Silent Hill game in Remedy's hands, I would not have been mad about that at all. Like, between Alan Wake and Control and Quantum Break, they've shown a real knack for surreal storytelling. Especially within the context of like weird psychological horror, and they've shown a knack for that. You know, even Max Payne had elements of that in it between all of the weird bullet timey shit. Check with Lady Fortuna at the counter. Why? Just give me the gun, you heathens. Take your flashlight and break that thing open. What are you doing? I only trust Team Silent. You know, I would say that too. But I feel like saying that in 2023 is like saying I only trust Bungie. In 2023, like, Team Silent as we know it doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately. You know? That team is gone. It's over. They gone. They gone forever. Well, no, I mean, Team Silent existed for a good 3 games. I mean, I think Silent Hill 1, 2, and 3, despite their varying levels of quality, are all classics. that tell a very complete, a mostly complete story. You know, with honorable mentions for the rest of the franchise as Konami flailed around trying to figure out what to do with it. But I will say that Silent Hill Shattered Memories, I think it was, on the Wii, I thought that was fantastic. That was the one that came out on the Wii. It was a remake of the first one. You used the Wiimote as the radio in a brilliant move. I really wish streaming had existed back then, because I would have been a bomb-ass streamer. Lost in Vivo. Oh, I remember you telling me about that. Oh, wait, hold on. We've got a note going. Some suspicious activity spotted. The fielder thought he saw movement in the bushes. Footprints around the area were found, but some were compromised by the fielder. Train the fielder. Nothing to report. Some animals, regular. Okay. Hunters out after dark. Poachers heard some gunshots. Not one of ours. Gotta keep an eye on these people. They could get more than they bargained for out there. You know, the sad part is, I bet this guy, you know, he's really just talking about hunting animals. Not people wearing antlers. But que sera, sera, right? I don't know how I feel about deer people, you know? Seems a bit above my pay grade. Oh yeah, what did it say again? Check with Lady Fortuna at the counter. That's a hint, right? Who's Lady Fortuna? Who is that? Update code. Lady Fortuna. Okay, so what does that mean? Like Lady Fortune? Like a fortune teller? Five, 13, 17, 23.
I don't think this is relevant.
It's kind of relevant. Shut up. What are we not seeing here? I feel like something is happening here that I'm not seeing. 202 555 0137 555 5. Wait, 5, 13, 17, 23. How about 739 or 745? Right? Yeah, let's try that. 739 or 745. Let's try that on the lock. It's gotta be, right? Seven. Ha! Let's go! Let's go! Brains! Hold on. Think, Saga! Think! We gets weapons. We gets weapons up in here. Equip. What slot? What slot is it going to, you heathens? I'm from the school of Gears of War, so I think I want to put my shotgun in the right slot. And then quick slot my pistol to the bottom slot. It's gonna have that Gears of War inventory logic going. You know. Alright, so we got, oh wow, you can see them on her body. I love it. She's just carrying stuff all over her body. I love it when games do that. That is a tiny shotgun, but you know what? Anything bigger, and I'd be, you know, be kind of sus. Again, like, if you're gonna have your characters walking around with a bunch of shit that they pick up over the course of a game, yeah, it's cool. You know. One thing I loved about the Tomb Raider remakes in particular was seeing all of Lara's equipment build up all over her body throughout the course of the game. You know, the grappling hook and the tool belts and her dual pistols. And I don't know why I like that so much, but I do. It's like a nice little bit of unique visual progression. I don't know what the fuck. Who cares? What is this? Near Cauldron Lake? Oh my god. You know what's crazy? You wanna hear something crazy? That sound, that alarm sound, that stock alarm sound that the iPhone makes, it's in Lies of P. There's a scene very early on, I think in the second chapter, where right before the boss fight, a hydraulic door opens and that alarm goes off. And it's the exact same noise. And listen, I love indie games, okay? I love them. But when you're using a stock sound effect, holy shit. I almost got triggered because I'm like, I'm so used to hearing that noise before I wake up in the morning that to hear it in a video game, it was creepier than anything that the developers could have actually put into the game to creep me out.
Nightingale's heart disappeared from the morgue. Where is it now?
Ew. She squinted to read the smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory. I brought you the heart which show me the terror. Show me the terror?
To get into the overlap, I need to find Nightingale's heart. Read the line imprinted on it, plus the line on the page to the witch's ladle sign. Then push the heart through the hole in the sign.
Oh, great. Oh, yeah, they are.
I need Nightingale's heart to get to the overlap. Where is it?
This is the best looking game I think I've seen in quite some time, dude.
The opposite of sunspots. Who said that?
That's not it. I don't have what I need to find Nightingale's heart. There must be more.
Like, there are moments, this game is just filled with moments that make me stop and go, whoa. And I know we're only at the beginning.
Nightingale's heart. Where is it?
While they played cards in the general store, the witch had stolen his heart. Get out of my house.
Nightingale's heart is at the general store, in a fridge.
What? I'm so glad we could figure that out. Mind you, right now, I know it doesn't seem like it, but we're inside of her head. This is how she figures out her cases. She goes into a special place in her mind where she collates her evidence and thinks out her plans.
Saga edged toward the broken door, her gun ready, flashlight aimed ahead. Nightingale said it would be here. The Cauldron Lake General Store was overgrown. left to rot. Saga thought about the cult of the tree. They'd been here, waiting, planning a gruesome ritual murder. Meanwhile, they played cards in the general store, like it was just another late-night poker game. Saga stepped closer to the door. Had the animal broken it? There was a loud crash. Saga found herself face to face with a cultist, a hulking figure in a raincoat. We watch in the night, wild eyes behind a plastic deer mask, an axe in his raised hand.
Yep, that's exactly what happened inside of the store.
I should keep looking here.
Yeah, apparently the heart is inside of a fridge in this place. So we have to find a fridge. Well, that looks like a fridge covered in darkness. Let's hit it. Oh. It's so damn gross. Yep, that'll do it.
The text on the heart is clearer now. Legible.
Let's go back into her head. Actually gross.
Sounds literary. But what
The
is it?
wave crashed on the far side of the mirror. I brought you the heart which show me the terror.
I feel like I recognize this. The fridge. The heart. I knew it would be here. Like I saw it in a dream. And now I need to give the heart to the witch. Makes total sense.
Does that mean like dunk it through that small hole in it? This game had better not be messing with me, I swear.
Casey, there are cultists in the area. They're taken, like Nightingale. Watch yourself out there.
Yeah, thanks for the heads up.
My God.
I'm still finding my way back.
You have the worst sense of direction.
Any city in America I can get through drunk and blindfolded. It's these damn trees.
Okay. I'm en route to Witch's Ladle. I need to perform a ritual to open the overlap. This case just keeps getting weirder. But it is exciting.
Hey bro, I just saw the worst spaghetti in existence on... What? How? How can you even think of spaghetti at a time like this? It can't possibly be worse than some of the spaghetti I've seen online. Just talk to me. Wait, what? Instead of sauce and meatballs, he put evil within props on his pasta. Why? Why? Why do you tell me these things? Like, are you trying to hurt me? Cauldron Lake is that way. You know, a pox on this game, I mean, this has got to be a deliberate design choice to not give you, like, a waypoint system or any of those cool modern conveniences that people like Batman enjoy. Because there are often times where I feel so lost. And this isn't the kind of place you want to be lost in. No matter how gorgeous it is. That's so gross, though. That's so gross. Like, the worst spaghetti I've ever seen in existence was on TLC, where it was this. They were showing this woman who was so impossibly frugal. I'm talking Ebenezer Scrooge levels of penny pinching, that she would, like, use the same water to boil her spaghetti. Like, repeatedly. Like, she would never throw the water out. She would just keep using the same water. And that, to me, was more hideous than, you know... I would actually prefer human flesh and viscera on my spaghetti over having it boiled in, like, the same water 8 times over. Wait, was this campsite here before? Oh, I think we were here. You know what? There's no excuse for this. I do have a map. We can find our way back to Cauldron Lake, wherever that is. Oh, no, wait. The overlap should be straight ahead. No, it's straight ahead and to the right. And this is so complicated. You think we'll find our way back in time? What is that growling noise I keep hearing? Okay. Game really has a way of framing lights and making them look like salvation. I'd say I'm near the overlap right now, right? Heart was left in a refrigerator.
Found the heart in the fridge. Just like the page said I would.
She's way too happy about this. This is how you can tell it's like one of her first missions. She's not jaded yet. This is actually exciting to her. I can feel the presence of the light. It's so calming on me. On my skin. Alright, let's go. What is that?
It was already too late.
Is that a person? Ow. Oh my god. If you stand in the light, they lose you? Interesting. Interesting. Dick face.
From the lake. Kill me.
Ooh.
Good job, Saga. Now keep moving.
Interesting. The tone of the combat in this game is way, way, way darker than the original Alan Wake's. Ah, here we go. So am I sticking the heart in this thing? I am, aren't I? Oh my lord. I mean, it can't get any weirder, can it?
The wave crashed on the far side of the mirror. I brought you the Heart Witch. Show me the terror. Hug me.
Whoa. You've got to be kidding me. Okay.
Casey, I think I'm in the overlap. Are you still on your way? Casey!
Yeah, like there's any way you were going to be able to radio out to Casey from inside this
Okay, Saga. Going in solo.
this absolute butt. What? You walked into a metaphysical butthole and thought you would be able to reach the other dimension with your CB radio? For shame.
Logan? Logan! Where are you?
Oh, come on, don't.
What the fuck was that? Logan's back in Virginia. You're imagining things.
Please help me.
What was that?
Alright. I think now that we've made our way back into the unknown and taken ourselves out of the thing, I think this might be a good place to have a quick intermission. Probably put a pause on the Alan Wake and let me set up and get ready for the dead spacening of our collective lives. I doubt there'll be any place for us to save here, so I think we'll take that checkpoint that we just got. And we'll take that checkpoint that we just got and kind of run with it. I will be right back. While we wait for him to show up, I think we can get down on the Dead Space 1. We can get down on the Dead Space 1 remake for a little bit. Apparently it's on Game Pass. And even though we absolutely obliterated that game on PS5, as is our custom, I actually do have every achievement in it on what's it called? On the Xbox. I've done Dead Space. I've completed Dead Space 1, 2, and 3 on the Xbox 360. But this was wonderful. This was a wonderful experience. The Dead Space remake is a true treat. Even though I think at this point I don't remember anything from it. I wish I did. I wish I did, but I don't. I don't remember a thing from it.
You're a fungus.